Hey everybody, it's July 29th, 2024, and it's just another installment of Just My Opinion, Bob. And again, it's just my opinion. We all got them. You might not agree with mine, and what can I say? Um, I watched a video. I watch a video of a series this guy always puts out every week. His name is Mark, and he's from Gary's Guitar. I I like 98% of the videos he does. I'm always in agreement with him. He runs an independent music store. He's not a mom and pop. It's an independent music store. He's very successful. He's much more of a musician than I am. Very accomplished, and he knows the business of selling guitars and equipment and the business of an independent store much more than I do. I would have loved to have done that myself, but I took a different path in life. But so I like watching his videos, and I've learned a lot from him. But I watched one the other day. He was talking about Mitchell with Guitar Center. In case you don't know, Mitchell is Guitar Center's brand. Okay, Mitchell Guitars, that's Guitar Center's brand. And watching his video, I learned something that I didn't know. Mitchell is the name of the original owner of Guitar Center, which was news to me. So yes, that's their brand, and the other brand is Rogue. Rogue is musician's friend's brand, and where that name comes from, you got me screaming. I don't know, but so Rogue is musician's friend. Mitchell is Guitar Center. Both companies are part of the same investment group. They're all owned by each other, so they share that. But anyhow, he was talking about who would buy a Mitchell guitar. It's Guitar Center's name, and you can do better with other things. And he brought in the subject of which I had forgotten some of them, but he mentioned other manufacturers and other businesses that use their own brand. Like Sears used to use Kenmore, that was their brand. Radio Shack used Realistic. Best Buy today, they use Insignia, something like that. That's their brand. Everybody's got a brand, and why do they have a brand? Well, those big outfits like Guitar Center, Musician's Friend, Best Buy, there's a thing called fair trade, and I've talked about this in the past. You have the manufacturer's suggested list price on something, then you have the MAP, which is the minimum advertised price. That's the price, that's the minimum somebody can advertise a Fender guitar or a Gibson guitar for. All right, they're all selling these, and that's the minimum price they can advertise it for. You can go into a store, a private store, and they could have a sale or a deal, make you some kind of a deal on an instrument, but they can't advertise that. That can be done in the store, though. So why do companies have their own names? Because nobody else is selling that product. Nobody else sells a Mitchell guitar. Nobody else sold Realistic stereo equipment. Nobody sold Kenmore. These were their brand names, so they could discount them all they wanted. They could put whatever price, they could advertise whatever price they wanted. It was coming right to them. They were cutting out the distributor, the middleman. They were cutting out everybody. Their equipment would just come right from the factory. They have somebody working at these businesses that just order it. They're in touch with the factories. They put in their order, and that's how it works. Now, let's talk about a house name. Let's talk about Realistic with Radio Shack. Did Radio Shack ever say it was comparable to Macintosh equipment or Krell or Audio Research? No, they never did. Is Best Buy telling you that Insignia is a Samsung or any high-end TV set that's currently whatever the favorite one is at the moment? No, they're not. No, they're not at all. Is Guitar Center telling you that Mitchell is comparable to a Martin guitar in the acoustic line, or is it comparable to a Gibson Les Paul in their electric line? No, nobody's saying that. What they're saying is, and they've always said it, every manufacturer and every retailer has said this. This is for the middle person. It's for somebody that wants a good product. I mean, Sears had Kenmore appliances. They were made by Whirlpool. They're not KitchenAid products. They're not that level. They're just a decent product that can be bought at a good price. And then when it's their name, they can sell them. They can sell them less for the Whirlpool because it's their product, and that's how Mitchell operates. So Gary was saying basically a lot of the Guitar Center stuff is junk. Speaking of the guitars, and well, he mentioned the Harbinger equipment. I don't think it's junk. It fits a certain person. It's a certain person needs that stuff. For instance, myself, if you want to just talk about the electronics, I don't need a JBL or a Mackie or an Electro Voice, any good high-end product like that that's going to be used 3-4 nights a week. And the guys like at the airport with the luggage or handling it, who's dropping it on the truck or roughhouse. No, I don't need that kind of dependability. I need something I use maybe once a month, and it's got to work, and it's the right price, and it does the job. That's the important thing. Does it do the job? Yeah, it's not built like a tank, and you've got to use some care with it, but it fits the purpose. It does me fine, and the price is right. So with that said, he made just roughly about the guitars. This is a Mitchell electric, and this is one of my go-to electrics. Basically, because it's so thin, it weighs a lot less than my Les Paul does. The Les Paul is getting heavy, and the older I get, the heavier I think that guitar is getting. But this Mitchell, for me, it does it all. First of all, it's a set neck, which I like. It's strings through the body, which is fine with me. It's got the dual high output humbuckers, and they've been dipped in paraffin wax. That's how they come. It has the push-pull circuitry on it, so you can split the humbuckers to get the Strat sound or just regular humbucker sound. It's got the jumbo frets. It's got the Tusk saddle, or Tusk nut rather, I'm sorry. It's got locking tuners. Headstock looks a little similar to PRS, only maybe a little backwards. And I don't know if it's a coincidence or not, but it's made in Vietnam also. So what's that tell you? It's not coming out of China. It's coming out of Vietnam. So is PRS and some of their models. So it's got a beautiful cutaway on it. It's a sweet guitar. The action is fine. It's got the slash inlays on it. And it's got the dot markers on the side. It's a great guitar. Now, these guitars, when they're on sale, $200. Mark suggested, well, you could do better. You could get a Fender Squier for $139 or something. No, I played them both, and this is the winner. So why would he say this isn't a great piece for a couple $100? Probably because he doesn't have his own brand. He doesn't sell Mitchell. I'm thinking that's the reason. I don't know. Maybe he knows that this is a piece of junk. Maybe you know this is a piece of junk. You can tell me it's a piece of junk if you want, but it plays fine. It does everything I want and more in a guitar. It's super. The pots are great. Everything's smooth. It's got the slim neck, beautiful flame maple quilted top. It's fine. It's what I want. So along with their acoustic, this is an acoustic they have. You can go online and find out all the details on this stuff, but let me just tell you about this acoustic roughly. So there's a dreadnought. It's a solid spruce top, and it's also, I noticed, been quarter sawn. So the silking is marvelous on this. It's a gloss top. It's got the, I don't know if you can see it, the flame maple binding on the side. You see that tiger or flame maple? Isn't that pretty? I like that. Just a little touch of class. It's a satin mahogany, back and sides, laminated. It's got the stripe, the inlay on the back. It's got the, they call it the C neck. It has a little volute on the end of the neck. Sealed tuners, satin neck, which I like. It has a real Fishman pickup with your tuner, phase switch. This is the Fishman with just the piezo under the saddle, no microphone. But yeah, I mean, it's mahogany back and sides, mahogany neck, rosewood fretboard and bridge. It's got the tusk saddle and tusk nut, tusk saddle, tusk nut. It's forward shifted X bracing. It's got the genuine Fishman, slim neck, the sealed tuners. Guitar like this, when they're on sale, it's got the cutaway on it. When they're on sale, they're $200. $200? Where? What are you going to get for $200 from anybody else? And is this made in China? No. It's made in Indonesia. And some of my best guitars, some of my Epiphone master builds, any of those, that Samick factory in Indonesia, just quality stuff, quality stuff. So this is their own brand, and somebody that needs a dreadnought cutaway electric acoustic that can perform out with it. And I mean, there's no fret sprouts. The neck is so slim and comfortable for $200 on sale. I don't know how you're going to do any better. I really don't. But that's who buys. That's who buys brand names from different people. It's just like Realistic when they had their stereos. Excuse me. It was a nice piece of equipment. It was a stereo. It was reliable. It worked. And that was that. They weren't trying to make it out something that it wasn't. They're not trying to make this out to be a Martin or a Guild or whatever. They're competing with Yamaha, Alvarez, Washburn, all that, and doing it for less than anybody can. Because like I said, they can charge whatever they want, and they're going to make good money on this because they're not fixed to a certain markup on a product. It's whatever they want to do. So it's a great guitar, I'll tell you. I think it's a home run. It's anything you would want in a folk acoustic electric guitar. So that's all I really wanted to say. That you know, Mark has a lot of good videos, and I agree with a lot of things he said. But no, I don't think brand names for certain companies are junk. They're what they are. They're affordable alternatives for people. They don't claim they're the best in the world. They never claim that. But if you want a decent product, it's just like Yamaha, Alvar. They don't claim they're the best in that bracket. It's just another choice. That's all. So that's where I was going with that. And who buys that stuff? I do. I buy that stuff. That's what I need. I am not playing out all the time. I'm not a professional musician. I'm a guy that plays with some friends and stuff. So, and maybe you are too. And maybe everything I just said is like that, and you don't agree with any of it. Well, don't. I mean, but you know, for the money, for the price, it's a pretty good product, I think. You know, let me know what you think in the comments. See you later.